We are used to speeches. We hear them from politicians, from leaders, from motivators. They promise us success, they promise us power, they promise us a better future, but there is one speech that has not been delivered yet. It is a speech that is already written, word for word, in the Quran. It is scheduled for a specific time, in a specific place. The place is the bottom of the hellfire. The audience is the entirety of the damned, every sinner, every tyrant, every hypocrite who ever lived, and the speaker is the devil himself. We think of the devil as a liar. We think of him as the master of deception, and he is for thousands of years, he has whispered. Do it, it will be fun. God is forgiving. You have time, but on that day when the gates of hell are slammed shut and the screams of the punishment fill the air, Shaitan will stop lying. He will stand up on a pulpit of fire. He will look out at the sea of faces, the billions of people who followed him, who worshipped him, who destroyed their lives because of him, and he will tell them the absolute, brutal, terrifying truth. This is the story of the khutbah of Shaitan, the sermon of the devil. It is the moment when the mask falls off and the greatest betrayal in the history of existence takes place. To understand the horror of this moment, we have to understand the context. The judgment is over. The people of paradise have entered their gardens. They are drinking from rivers of milk and honey. They are laughing, they are safe, and the people of hell have entered their prison. They are in shock. They are in agony. They are looking for someone to blame. In this world, when things go wrong, we blame others. He forced me, she tricked me, society made me do it so naturally. The people of hell will look for the one who led them there. They will see Iblis. They will see the one who whispered to them, and they will rush to him. They will scream at him, "You did this. You promised us. You told us there was no God. You told us the sin was good. We followed you, and now look at us. Help us, save us." They expect him to take responsibility. They expect him to fight for them, or at least to suffer with them in solidarity. But Iblis will not be their friend. He will ascend his pulpit. The narrations tell us it is a pulpit made of fire, meant to mock the pulpits of the righteous preachers in this world. He will demand silence, and he will get it. And then he will speak the words recorded in Surah Ibrahim, verse 22. He will say, "Indeed, Allah had promised you the promise of truth, and I promised you, but I betrayed you." Imagine the silence that follows that sentence. He starts by validating God, he says. Allah told you the truth. He confirms every verse of the Quran. He confirms every warning of the prophets. He confirms that the resurrection was real, the judgment was real, and the fire was real. He is telling them, you had the truth right in front of you. You had the book, you had the messengers, you knew, and then he admits his own nature. "And I promised you, but I betrayed you. I told you wealth would make you happy. I lied. I told you sin would bring you peace. I lied. I lied. I told you there was no afterlife. I lied." He is stripping away every excuse they have. He is telling them to their faces that he played them, but the crowd is still angry. They are shouting, "But you made us do it. You possessed us. You forced us." Iblis will look at them with pure contempt, and he will deliver the second part of his sermon, the part that destroys their souls completely. He will say, "But I had no authority over you except that I invited you, and you responded to me. I had no authority." This is the dagger. He is saying, I didn't have a gun. I didn't have an army. I couldn't control your muscles. I couldn't force your hand to steal. I couldn't force your legs to walk to the sin. I couldn't force your eyes to look at the forbidden. All I did was whisper. All I did was send an invitation. Hey, look at this. Hey, do this. You are the ones who clicked. You are the ones who walked. You are the ones who accepted. You responded to me. He places the blame squarely, 100% back on the shoulders of the sinners. He refuses to take the fall for them. He is telling them that they had free will. They had a choice and they chose him. Imagine the psychological torture. To be in hell is bad enough, but to know that it is your fault, to know that you walked into the fire willingly, following a liar who admits he had no power over you, that is a pain worse than the heat. But Shaitan is not done. He has one final twist of the knife, one final command. He looks at the weeping, screaming crowd, and he says, "So do not blame me, but blame yourselves. Don't look at me with those eyes. Don't curse me, curse your own stupidity, curse your own greed, curse your own greed, curse your own arrogance. I am just a creature. I just did my job. You were the ones who betrayed your Creator." And then he ends his sermon with a declaration of absolute hopelessness. "I cannot be called to your aid, nor can you be called to my aid. Indeed, I deny your association of me before. Indeed, for the wrongdoers is a painful punishment. I cannot help you. I cannot scream for you. I cannot pour water on you. I cannot lift the punishment for a single second. And you cannot help me." And then, the ultimate insult. "I deny your association of me before." He disowns the me before he disowns them. He says, "You worshipped me. You obeyed me like a god. I reject that. I never asked to be your God. I know I am not God. I know who the real God is." In that moment, Shaitan declares his own belief. He knows Allah exists. He always knew. His problem was arrogance, not atheism. But his followers, they lived in denial. And now, their God, their leader, the one they sacrificed their lives for, has just kicked them in the face while they are down. He steps down from his pulpit, and he enters his own punishment, leaving them alone, betrayed, broken, and burning. This sermon is the most terrifying reality check in the Quran. Why did Allah record this for us? Why did He tell us exactly what the devil will say, thousands of years before he says it? Because Allah wants us to hear the truth now. He wants us to spoil the ending of the movie. Shaitan wants you to think he is your friend. He wants you to think he is the cool rebel. He wants you to think that his path is the path of freedom and pleasure. Allah is showing us the final scene so we can see through the lie today. He is showing us that Shaitan is not a king. He is a con artist. A con artist needs you to sign the check. He can't steal your money unless you give him your password. He can't ruin your life unless you agree to his terms. "I had no authority over you." This is the most empowering sentence in the Quran for a believer. It means you are stronger than him. You have the power to say no when he whispers. Look at that. You have the authority to look away. When he whispers, get angry. You have the authority to stay calm. When he whispers, skip the prayer. You have the authority to stand up and pray. He cannot stop you. He can only suggest, you are the one with the control, but we give up that control. We surrender it. We blame the environment. We blame the pressure. We blame the whispers. Satan will stand on that pulpit and dismantle every single one of those excuses. So do not blame me, but blame yourselves. This story forces us to take radical responsibility for our lives. If you are sinning, it is because you are choosing to sin. If you are distant from Allah, it is because you moved away. Shaitan is just the salesman. You are the buyer. But there is another lesson here, a lesson about promises. The sermon begins with a comparison of two promises. Allah promised you the promise of truth, and I promised you, but I betrayed you every day. We are faced with these two promises. Allah promises, if you give charity, I will increase you. Shaitan promises, if you give charity, you will become poor. Allah promises, if you lower your gaze, you will taste the sweetness of faith. Shaitan promises, if you look, you will feel pleasure. Allah promises, if you pray, you will find peace. Shaitan promises, if you sleep, you will find rest. One promise is the truth. The other is the betrayal. But in the moment, in the heat of the desire, Shaitan's promise looks so shiny. It looks so immediate. It looks so cashed down. Allah's promise requires patience. It requires trust. It is a long-term investment. The people of hell are the ones who bought the short-term lie. They bought the get-rich-quick scheme of the devil. And on that day, when the returns come in, they will find their accounts empty. They will realize they traded an eternity of diamonds for a handful of dust. But the tragedy is, they realize it when it is too late. We are the lucky ones. We are hearing the sermon before it happens. We are standing in the dunya. The doors of repentance are still open. The pulpit of fire is not yet built. We can still change the ending of our story. We can look at the invitation of Shaitan today, and we can say, I know where this leads. I know what you are going to say to me in the end, and I am not going to buy it. We can choose to listen to the other sermon, because on that day, there will be other speeches. The angels will speak, the prophets will speak, and Allah will speak. He will say to the righteous, O reassured soul, return to your Lord, well-pleased and pleasing. Enter among my servants and enter my paradise. That is a promise of truth, so the choice is yours. Do you want to be in the audience of Shaitan, listening to him mock you while you burn? Do you want to hear him say, you fool, you followed me for nothing? Or do you want to be in the audience of the most merciful? The invitation is on the table. Both sides are calling you. Shaitan is calling, come to the fire. Allah is calling, come to the garden. Don't let the liar fool you, because the only thing worse than the pain of the fire is the pain of knowing that you walked into it all by yourself. Blame yourself today, so you don't have to blame yourself on that day.